未来洗联储还 HDO 洗币会别人抢着来成为国家流通的货币。接下来被国家认可、主权认可、主权流通，甚至大的这沼泽地控制的金融集团流通，这是一定会发生的。
All right, good day from Australia. This is Jesse, and welcome to Crypto News Talk episode 71. Now, this episode is about the man with the bigger balls and spot on Intel. Now, it's also an episode on truth in media, Intel-based insight, which is power evidence, and on record. And that person is not on GETTR or Binance, but we'll put a spotlight on him to deconstruct the whole thing. And today we have 007 with us. Want to say hello?
Hello, Jesse. Hello, everyone. Hello, Flower. How are you? Good to have you here.
Yeah, Flowers a bit busy, is away sipping a pina colada on the beach somewhere, thinking about his break. Now, the spotlight today is CZEC, release on 175 million bond. And of course, his probable return to Dubai. I haven't seen what's the bail review yet. But of course, posting that bond and then him possibly allowing him to return to Dubai. And that's a departure from a man, the most mysterious man, Mr. Chow, that no one knows where he resides, his whereabouts, and his wherewithal, actually. Now, what did Chow CZEC pleaded guilty to, actually? It seems it is a violation of the Bank Secrecy Act of the United States, which carries an 18-month sentence. Yeah, and the New York Times reported on November 21 that prosecutors are open to slapping him with a longer sentence, and some whispers in passing that it could amount to 10 years in prison. Now, we will deconstruct these in details later on in the program, but just a little bit of the background, if you can. PPT2, please, Flower. PPT2. Now, Binance, of course, we know they were founded in 2017, right? But what really is Binance in CZEC Chow's own words? Right, he described Binance as a pirate ship and explained that he wished for Binance US to be the proper, close inverted bracket, Navy boat. And how big is this pirate ship that plunder and pillage have been set up? Now, with a holding company that's based in Cayman, Binance has never revealed the location of its core exchange. And how important it is, because its core exchange processes trades worth about 23 trillion US dollar, that is, in the year 2022. And according to Zhao himself, to CZEC himself, the trading volume hit 34 trillion. I could be wrong, but that's what he said. Hit 34 trillion in 2021. And PPT3, please. And this extradition agreement between US and United Arab Emirates, UAEs, right? Now, there's no extradition agreement as per se, but however, they did sign a mutual legal assistance treaty, which enhanced evidence sharing, judicial cooperation, assistance. Because Mr. Chow is not simply a citizen of UAE. He has favored status there. He obtained citizenship by invitation, actually. Hence, this is a historic bilateral agreement between US and the UAE. Most interesting, this one. All right, and then PPT number 4, please, Flower. We put our focus back on CFTC, which is the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, right? We know they are an independent agency who's also going after the Binance and CZEC Chow, and then some say, and this is alleged, that Binance traded on its own platform through some 300 house accounts, directly or indirectly owned by CZEC Chow. Now, the exchange cannot disclose this activity in the public terms of use or elsewhere. So, according to CFTC, right, Binance actually exempt these accounts, these 300 accounts, directly under or indirectly owned by Chow. They do not consider this as insider trading. Oh, wow. well then, what can you say, right? And then, okay, all right. And then the top Binance executive told Wall Street Journal in February this year that Binance expect to pay penalties to resolve the US investigation. They think, or did Binance know that they can wheel it away since March? And PPT5, we have, of course, the US Department of Treasury, right? And we'll talk about a bit more about the US Department of Treasury, the powerful Bureau of Engraving, Printing, and the power to mint, apparently. Now, we put our spotlight back onto the question number 1. Discussion session, next PPT, please. Binance, they are to pay $4.3 billion US dollar, one of the largest for US as settlement for the US criminal case. Now, 007, can you take us to the gist of this case and your reading into what this entails, please? 007, thanks.
Okay, thank you, Jesse. Wow, it is a big fine, isn't it? It's one of the largest in the U.S. The fine history. You know that the government like to fine everyone. I think if you understand the political ball game, that every government nowadays have to take care of their own existence, i.e., where the funding, where the income, the money come from. So when you look at that fines, okay. We'll put it this way, you know, with the Mexico-U.S. border drug cartel trading. So is that the U.S. border drug administration? Are they better than the drug lord do the trading? But if you see how the trading is done, you know, every 4 shipment, maybe scenario, maybe 1 shipment has been told that we'll just give it to you, so as your fee. All right, so that is, I get 3 and you get 1 as a fee. So it's agreed. So when I look at this settlement, it be like that, isn't it? Given that the SEC has been weaponized by the CCP, so can you smell something that this might be a left-hand, right-hand show? It's the administrator, you know, SEC against the CCP. Because we know that Binance is CCP, okay? All the nonsense they have done, you know, the biggest money laundry, and 85% of Bitcoin, remember, is owned by the CCPs. And some owned by, you know, Putin, Russia, and Jin Yongxiang, okay? These countries like to do weapon trades and maybe some people smugglings, child sex, and all those kind of scandals. You read that in the report that from time to time was speculated. We don't know what it is, but however, money laundering, of course, okay? If you use US dollars, but then you didn't have license to do the businesses, such as a bank license, transaction license, and all these licenses, then you're deemed to be, what, illegal. So those findings from administration point of view is very legitimate. And why 4.3? Think about it. They made this, you know, tens of trillions volumes, transactions, say a year, okay? And then 1% of that is how much? I mean, it's economic, it's astrological number. So those big shareholders don't want to give much. You got to give someone, you know, I got 3 and you get 1. So if we make $4 trillion, then you get 1 trillion and I get 3 trillion. I think the CCP is winning in this regards. If you put the numbers together, which we did last night a little bit, okay. So, however, it says a lot. I guess it's number 1 that the U.S. is very serious about to let the balance really come to obey the regulations. Okay, I think anti-money laundering regulation is the number 1, and also because you don't have the KYC, really, what's the problem is if they had ever had the KYC from day 1, they wouldn't have that problem. That's it. So KYC, know your customer. Then when the transactions are given the modern accounting skills and all the supercomputers, in a second you will know who are the biggest players on there and how much tax avoidance they've done in a second. So this is a good thing, and then this fine is great, and we know it's justifiable. Like any fine, it settles everyone. However, in this, CCP is the big winner, but then the small fish, okay, are coming in the future, actually now it's going to be more obeyed of the orders. Okay, so the U.S. made it very clear, seriously, your violation of these regulations. So we're going to fine you. That's what it is.
Now,
Okay, back to you.
sorry, 007. Sorry,
Yeah.
007. You made an interesting comment that the CCP is a winner here, right? Now, we know that US is striving to defuse this Binance financial time bomb. Now, I want to ask you this question. Now, is CZ then a gift from C to the US administration? Because this comes after, C's US trip, right? And then, more importantly, did CZ did it voluntarily or involuntarily, actually? Meaning, i.e., it's better that, he thought, okay, if he did it voluntarily, he would be thinking it's better that he served time, behind jail, alive, than and under protection, than being disappeared by the very master he was served to. What was your view on that?
Yeah, I think they, if you were CZ, you won't have any choices when you do deal with the CCP. Think about it. Think about Wang Jian. Think about the, big other guys, and you think about the Liu Shaoqi. If you do deal with the CCP, yeah. So I mean, they're the top gangster association, the ruthless. So unless you are Xi Jinping, you got no escape, mate. So that's number one. Their country, their biggest gangster country. I'm sure CC knows about that. By being so many money laundering with them, he would know all, all the big top guys, how they play, what the money for, and so. I don't think he doesn't know. Okay, I'm sure that he must know. Okay. So it is open going through his mechanism. So therefore, I think he's a smart guy. He's warrantingly, well, he wanted to turn into US, and if he didn't come, he could just stay in Dubai. But I think the chances that he will be. Think about it. Think about even in New York City, all the CCP is the police station operatives. So where can you run? You can't run. Okay, they are. If you look at the 007 movies, I think then the story is all the CCP's operatives are 007. Okay, so they have the skill, even they dropped the balloon, the sky balloon dropped the United States after 6 days of crossing the continent, and no one noticed about it. So, can you, that's very scary. They could have a nuclear bomb just dropped in the important military headquarters, and that's going to be jeopardize the whole second defense system of the United States, or first attack or second attack. So it's gone.
Yeah.
They have the power. So I think. There must be a deal to be made that this is CCP against SEC. Okay, so in other words, they are fighting between gangsters, big gang and small gang, weaponized ones, and the master. So come on, give me something. So 4.3 billion sounds a lot, but for CCP, that's nothing. For CZs, for Binance transaction revenue, I know they make 1%. You can calculate how much money they got. Okay, already there's a trillion. Okay, or $2 trillion they have, and then they make it $4.3 billion. Yeah. So it's just.
So it seems we have.
Yeah, just a coffee money from CCP. Think about it. Okay, so CZ do not want to be killed. So, but he said he liked to go to Dubai. Maybe it's just strategy. He would rather, I'm sure, with money, he got plenty of money, stay in the United States, get the witness protection order, then he's safe. Otherwise, he can still disappear, right? Easily.
Exactly. Yes. Now, so we have two questions then. One being that if CZ seems to be thrown under the bus by his political masters, he could be the scapegoat or become mincemeat, right? So, and then the other being, does this absolve Binance? Does this satisfy the fundamental basic requirements then? Because remember, there was once that we did, where a former enforcement lawyer for the SEC, Mr. John Reed Stark, he said that, based on CFTC, right? It mentions allegations of commingling customer funds and lack of proof of reserves. Important point here. Lack of proof of reserve and audited financials. The Public Company Account Oversight Board, the PCAOB, did not consider Binance proof of reserve audit a reliable representation, not reliable as evidence of Binance financial stability, and insists that the BOR audit is insufficient. Brings us to the next point. Now, CZEC says, really willingly pleaded guilty and released on 175 million personal reconnaissance bond. Right? Now, CZEC agreed to share with the court where he would reside. That's interesting because we spoke earlier, nobody seems to know where he is, where he stays. But what is CZEC pleading guilty to actually? Your reading, please. 007.
Yep. Well, I think the number one is money laundering. If you launder money, and most of the money we know that with the biggest traded is Bitcoin, right? And we know Bitcoin been decentralized. Then the transaction without the KYC, you really don't know who's paying, who's receiving. And that's where the whole problem is. So in the United States, been the number one police station for the whole Earth village. They like to know everything, okay, where the money goes, especially with the United States, the US dollars transaction. Fair enough. That's the duty to protect the use and prevent the misuse of the US dollars, i.e., okay, the dark web and all those kinds of things. But it's a community. Everyone knows each other properly there. Everyone's buy and sell from each other, using each other's services, and so on. So I mean, maybe watching too much 007 movies or recently movies, okay. However, what we see is that is the thing wholesome about it, okay. And the money laundering, I think, have you asked it one question? When they do the money laundering, so the receiving body of the Bitcoin, okay, and then of course, someone gets through the token and then go to stable coin if they have one or a few, or they have a few, okay, and then from there then go into fiat. So I mean, some of them probably they'll just stay in the web, in the cryptocurrency format of those few main kinds. And they may never, and just so that's why the Bitcoin and the related transactions have made a new economy, Bitcoin and Ethereum. And basically it had made it so popular, people can say, see, we don't need the US dollars. We do business. I mean, it's just a value, symbol of value or tokenization, if you call it, okay? And the tokenization process makes it even better, more convenient, more secure, and point-to-point and fast as well, without all the BS of the fiat you have to go, plus the tax payments. That's what happens. So he's offered the gesture, 175 million bonds, supposed to be, looks like a lot, but it's really chicken feed. Without, you probably can do that in one night.
It's chicken feed.
Chicken feed. Okay.
Exactly.
But that also means, they could issue a fine and put a couple of zero, and put a 1 0 in it. So 1.7 billion. You can have a fine like that, and I'm sure he will come out to pay. And why they can't find that too much? Because you remember, CZ knows the secret of both sides through this trading platform. He knows who is doing the money laundering.
Hey.
That's the power. Yeah. And that's also a danger. He knows too much. It could be a danger for his life, okay, for both sides. So for a guy like him, since 2017, where just Bitcoin prices peaked to 2,000 to 7,000 US dollars. I mean, so many people made so much money, but we know now not every small guys, they all sold, but the CCP actually collect all the chips on the platform the CZ created, Binance, and then all the military operations and so on. We know that they're being accused of money laundering for pay for also those Hamas groups, terrorist groups. But isn't that CCP a terrorist group itself in a way? But isn't some, some corrupted, weaponized department, also terrorist group to the ordinary people's life as well. So this is how we define this. Okay.
And,
So
and you know
CZ
who,
is a
and you know
smart
who
guy.
else? Yeah, and you know who else
Who
agreed
else?
with you? U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. You know, she said that Binance turned a blind eye to its legal obligations in pursuit of profits because they allow money to flow to terrorists, cyber criminals, and child abusers. You know, France said that Binance committed aggravated money laundering, which means systemic and is the network effect actually. So in what Mr. John Reed Stark even says, she says what he has done is CZ has done is tantamount to mass murder, right? Because of the violation to implement program. To report and then to prevent, like you say, you know, even to Hamas, Al-Qassam brigades, the Islamic Jihad, the extremists, right? The suspicious transaction with the extremists actually, the Syria ISIS actually, ISIS, ransomware attackers, money launderers, and other criminals actually, as well as matching trades between US users and those in sanctioned jurisdiction like Iran, North Korea, and Syria. So I think the US, it seems to me that US is in a damage control mode. You know, they are seeing, they're scratching the surface, but they are seeing how catastrophic and how widespread the detonation of this Binance pyramid harm the bomb can cause to the American public and the pension fund system. You know, because why did I say that? Because that's what they say. You know, the U.S. authority will subject Binance to 5 years of financial monitorship overseen by U.S. Treasury Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, which is a FinCEN, right? And then FinCEN will have access to their books, their records, and the systems, and to oversee the remedial undertaking, whether they will comply with anti-money laundering or sanction rules. But what's the message? The message, it seems to be to finance is, hey, we don't trust you. It's a milestone, but you will be subject to scrutiny actually. And then I think CZ will become essential. Or is CZ a harbinger of things, a signal of things to come? That this is a real duel, this is a real fight on the table now between the US versus the CCP. It seems that, right? But having said that, let's listen to what. Now before that, all right. I want your view on what you think the advantages of Himalayan exchange in this context, please.
Well, in this context, this is number one, that they were born very clean, as Mrs. Morgan said in the first anniversary of Himalaya exchange, okay, and told the world that Himalaya exchange is very clean. Why? Because she's our consultant, right? So exchange consultant, and she can, obviously those procedures and so on. And we got no money laundering. We have KYC from day one. The most stringent, the most highest standard of KYC. I mean, you can't transact any money going there without the proof of the fund. So if you're gonna sell your house, then you gotta show them the contract settlement amount and in your bank. And so every trace of money will come from, and which bank do you use to transit into your own account in the Himalaya exchange, and when did you bought the token? Okay, Himalaya dollar, okay, the stable coin. So it's all very clear. This is why the differences between Himalaya exchange. So from the day they born, it's already satisfied that the criteria of anti-money laundering of the United States. I mean, that's the greatest. And also, we use US dollars. So therefore, we voluntarily, working together with the United States government. So far, I mean, they haven't accused us of any of this. So Himalaya exchange, despite this political fox hunt, fox hunt, CCP's fox hunt, and witch hunt of the United States of the weaponized SEC department. I mean, See, this is it. We're still there with our HPay and so on. This is number one differences. So it's transparent, but yet secure. Okay, so and fast and efficient. So I just want to point out that difference, that we differ from CZ Zhao. Also because of that, so we're not going to do any chunky businesses and so on. So everything is a normal transactions. There's no money laundering. There's no violence and sex and child sexes, and the weaponry deals. All those things. So we're in the brighten side of the, of embracing our system, which will become the only system. I think the future population will be used. That's what I think. We'll see what I say when mouse code comes out. Jesse, back to you. Can you hear me? Yeah. Over to you.
Yep. All right, thanks. Yeah, and we'll hear from Mr. Mousecore, the man that. Yep. Okay. We will listen to the man who said divorce is one of his insights.
Yep.
And before the world even know, he already knew that Binance is a financial time bomb that CCP planted in the Western world. All right, Flower, can you take us to the video, please? Thanks.
赵长鹏这个王八蛋，为啥我说币安的币面呢？这个孙子我们获得更多的情报。赵长鹏最可怕的是跟共产党这个在一起，只要你站在了魔鬼的舞台上，你必死无疑。这跟你能力没有任何关系，你原则错了。那么所有在西方世界，不管什么时候，你只要用美元交易过的资产，都有可能被封。唯一的就是新中国联邦不会有任何问题，因为我没有任何共产党的交道，我们是灭共的人。币安和万事达将在巴西等南美国推出币安预付卡，打通数字货币和传统银行之间的支付渠道。请问齐哥，币安这一举动能否会成功？币安能否逃避美国对他的调查？不可能。赵长鹏一定来美国做监狱，要么共产党把他杀了，要么他来美国做监狱，他一定不会有任何其他的。所有的成功都是暂时的，不可能。
Whoa, spot on, hey. Way before the world knew, he already made this. Based on intel, based on intelligence. Now, what's your view, 007?
Well, Miles go always ahead of us. Look, not only in, in the subject we're talking about, the Himalaya exchange, cryptocurrency, and the fine of a balance, then he's spot on. So basically, Intel, and his Intel has been verified by actually even the what's going to happen then, and it's so far I think he's spot on. So what I can say. Okay, so he might not be always right, but he hadn't been never wrong so far. Okay, that's what it is. So Himalaya dollar, talking about the cutting edge technology blockchain we have. Okay, and the stable coin, which is $1 US backing, 100% cash backed, third party. Okay, accounting firm, auditing. Okay, say firm called the Armanino. Like the Italian firm, LLP, okay, dependent auditors. And we have also Himalaya Euro come too, soon be released. It's also 1 euro. So the token is 1 euro, backed stable coin. It's 100% backed by cash asset, okay, and so also offer the same fastest liquidity as the Himalaya dollar as well. So can you see that? Really, I mean, the new Federal State of China and our payment system, our cryptocurrency trading platform has been now so far proven it's solid, despite Mao's been politically wrongly detention. But we know that our platform still trading volume maintains very stable no matter what happens outside. Okay, so and the HPay led by a lot of our members and in different countries, they're going very well. You just look at the GETTR HPay program and the introduction, and then how the different locations they went, and the farms and the chicken, fish, and fruit, corns, and so on. So really, it's whatever you want to use it, and then we know that they could be used. We've been using that since day one for what? For our, G-Fashion too. Okay, back to you, Jesse.
Yes, thanks. Yeah, and there we have it. Mr. Mousecore telling us that Binance way ahead of everyone else, like what 007 is saying. That Binance is a financial time bomb that CCP planted in the Western world, targeting ordinary people. Yes, Americans like you, people like us. So do yourself a favor, go through your portfolio and have a look. They are even targeting pension funds. All right. And that Mr. Moscow actually said, Justice Department has a tougher move on the Binance worldwide because network providers used by Binance now will have to cooperate with the investigation, or if not, all their data sources will be shut down. Data source, wow. So that's why you say CZEC. CZEC is better to be alive behind jail in the protected US custody than walking around being possibly disappeared. Now, all right, so that's all the time we have today. And taking us, the next PPT, yes, please, yes. So we are live on again next week, Beijing time on Monday, 10 o'clock, Sydney time, 1 o'clock p.m. On a Monday or so. And then, of course, New York time. You guys are enjoying the call, snuggle up, have a chat with us on 9 o'clock Sunday next week. And what we have, yes, we have HPay, of course, and the G Fashion. And bring us, we shall conclude the show today with some exciting stuff coming up from for G Fashion. Flora, take it away, please. Thanks. And have a good one, everyone. Cheers. Thanks. Thanks, 007. Thanks, Flora.
熟悉的字眼，却不知不觉离我越来越遥远。曾经那个意气风发的少年，为了生存只能拼命挣钱。财富是他们画下的大饼，虚幻背后发现全都是陷阱。各种经济暴雷，房价崩得稀碎，抬起头前路一片漆黑。Welcome to the world, to the new world. Welcome to the world, yes, going to the moon. Welcome to the world, to the new world. Welcome to the world, yes, going to the moon. Yes, going to the moon. 选，对前沿加密技术出手，但你的财富没人能夺走。稳定币、浮动币设计天下无双，还有20%黄金挂钩，摧毁不停压榨你的机器，从此不再做金钱的奴隶。洗联储的大门永远展开向你，前途光明就在洗币。
Walk up through the wall.